Hello, welcome back to another video. Today's video we're going to be looking at the Graphtec Craft Robo Lite. It is the desktop vinyl cutter. It can also be used to cut card and paper. It is also known as, if I show you the code numbers, as Graphtec CC300-20. There is a range of these available and they come in various different arrangements as to what they are actually able to do. This one has got the optical eye in it and it can do various kind of like a cut-in from registration marks and other stuff, which we will come to later on. So first up, let's have a look at it around the outside. You can see it's got the control panel there. Obviously at the moment we are turned off because we're unplugged. See at the side we've got an SD slot, a USB slot and a power slot. Around the back you can see the track. Well, it isn't really a track, it's more like a cable that the cutting arm would go up and down on, and as it cuts that moves as it slides out the piece of paper, and there's nothing on that end. So ours came with a power supply, and it's just one of the normal little power supplies, and that just plugs in into the hole, and of course the USB cable that then goes off to the computer just plugs in there. Under the flap you've got the cradle that takes the cutting arm. To get this out it is just a little twist and lift, and in this part here is where you have the blade. This bit at the end can be changed. If I unscrew it like that, you can see where the blade is there, and you can change this one, and ours came with a yellow and a pink one. And what these are for is for the different thicknesses of items that you might want to cut. So for example, I've already had a play with this one. If I zoom you in, you can see what it says there about the plunger tips, as it calls them. So the blue one can be used on regular vinyl. The yellow one you would use for slightly thicker stuff, and the purple one you would use for even more thicker stuff. Okay, now these have got a little place where they can live, which is just here where the two circles are. I don't know if they changed this in later editions, but they only just rest in there. They aren't actually held in there, there's nothing to hold them in there. So I have quite often gone running round our workshop trying to chase after one of these when it's got out. Okay, that is basically the cutter. This black bit here, that does slide up and down as it cuts. What else you also need with this is the cutting mat, which is one of these things here. So you can see it's got an arrow on the top and it's got a grid. If I turn it around you might be able to see it a little bit better. There is a cover over the top because it's sticky, and you then take your vinyl, that then sticks onto that. You then feed that into the machine then takes it in, and because the vinyl is stuck onto that it holds it in place. So it's ideal for the desktop operations. When you compare this to one of the larger units that we use, the size is that restrictive. You couldn't put like a roll in there or anything else like that. It has to all go onto the carry sheet. Okay, so to turn it on, once the power's in and everything, you just press the power button. And what it's doing there is each time you turn it on, it does a like a calibration to work out how far it's got either way to move. And if we zoom in on the screen there, you can see it says load W/carrier, and what that means is load with carrier. So it's asking you to load it with the carrier sheet, but we're not ready to go just yet, so I won't be putting the carrier sheet in. Okay, so I close that up. We'll go and have a look at the computer and the programs that we use, the program that has been made with this, the drivers you need, and all the various other little bits for the computer. Okay, so this is the computer screen, and this is a part of the Graphtec website. It actually comes off of graphteccorp.com. If I move you around, I will put a link to this down in the description below, so don't worry too much if I just move you in there. There you go, and I'll hold it there so you can just see where we're getting it from. Okay, you can pause the video if you want, but I'm going to zoom back out. Yep, not too much, because we still want to be able to point out what we've actually downloaded and what we needed to do. Okay, so our machine was the CC300-20, which is this one over here. So what we had to do was first of all we downloaded the software that's used to run it, which is the Robo Master software. This actual computer we're on now is a Windows 7 one. We have had it working on Windows 10 without any issues at all. So we click this one over here and we downloaded that and we got it working. We then had issues with the drivers. So what we had to do was we had to download the driver for the 64-bit edition. Well, you can't see where I'm pointing there, can you? Or maybe you could, who knows. We had to download the driver, and we thought everything would be okay then, it would work. It didn't work. We then had to download the controller software as well and install that. So we've got the Robo Master, which is the program we'll have a look at in just a moment. The driver and the controller software all had to be downloaded to actually get it to work. Once we downloaded all of them, we was able to, oops, sorry, I just knocked you all over the place there. And get my mouse to work. There we go. Okay, we then had the Robo Master. There we go, zoom out a little bit more. You can see just over here we've got Robo Master. So we click twice on that. Graphtec Robo Master opens up. And there you go. That is the start of Graphtec Robo Master. From here, to check to see if it's all in and working okay, you just go to File, New, go for A4, in portrait, and just click OK. And then up here you've got the spanner over the printer, and that says Output Settings. Click on that one, and you can see we've got Craft Robo CC300 on USB 2 as the Graphtec Craft Robo. So what you're able to do in this is you are actually able to make a design within this, and you can choose to either output it to a standard regular printer, which is one of the things we're going to cover in a later video, or you can output it to the Craft Robo, which would be by clicking on that one or on that one. So if you was to output it to Craft Robo, you can see it's all there and ready to go. Okay, so we looked at the printer, we've looked at the software needed to run it, how to download it, how to get it in, and we've looked at the program. In the next videos we are going to look at how to cut vinyl on the Graphtec, how to cut card and other paper on it as well, and also how to make a pop-up card, which will be another video. So there's another 3 videos coming. They'll all be linked wherever we can get them in. So please like, please comment, please subscribe, and please go and have a look at those other videos that we've got coming up, and you can learn how to use the desktop vinyl cutter, the Graphtec Craft Robo. Please like, please comment, please subscribe, and hit that bell. And until the next video, bye bye.